Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lisa back at you with yet another video. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone. Thank you so much for 100 subscribers. And I don't know if Gavela the girl is actually in a good mood despite what's happening in the country, because I mean a lot still is happening, as particularly in South Africa. However, there's been some developments in the beauty community and the beauty industry, and to be quite honest, simple things like makeup make me happy. And as you guys can tell by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about one of those developments. So before we get into this video, guys, please just remember to comment if you enjoy this video, and comment literally anything. Tell me if you like the color of my hair, if you like my earrings, say anything. I just want to pick your brains and know what you guys are thinking. Tell your friends to tell their friends, because honestly guys, the more the merrier. So let us build a community. So without further ado, let us get right into the video. So guys, as you can tell by the title of today's video, we are going to be speaking about the new Scarlet Hill eyeshadow palette, which is this one here. There's two of them that have been released, and I picked up this one here. It's very pink, very girly, and this is what it looks like inside. The name of this palette is Pink Sandstorm. I mean, it is very pink, and you know, it's definitely my kind of vibe. It is the exact dupe for the Huda Beauty New Nudes eyeshadow palette. So shout out to Mr. Price for being the girl that is always looking out for the girls. And just to get into the packaging of this palette, it doesn't feel like much, like it doesn't feel very lush. First thing, the packaging doesn't feel lush, but then I mean, you get what you pay for. And speaking of getting what you pay for, this palette was 149 rand, but wait for it, I got these free wipes. These are the, what are they called? Okay, they're just facial wipes, guys. So I asked the lady at the till, and she told me that you get this with the purchase. She didn't specify though if it was for, I mean, if you get them when you purchase the particular this particular product, or if you just purchase anything from the Scarlet Hill range. So what the palette lacks in packaging, it definitely makes up for it in the quality of the product itself. It has 18 shades, and 10 of those 18 shades are actually mattes, which is a big thumbs up in my books. I love a palette that has more mattes than shimmers. And the rest of the 7 eyeshadows are pressed glitters and shimmer shades, and one is, I believe, what looks like it definitely looks like a concealer, just like in the Huda Beauty one. So now what we're going to do is we are going to be creating a look using this eyeshadow palette, so that you guys can see how the eyeshadows perform, so that you can make an informed decision as to whether or not it is worth your coin and you're going to be going to the store and spending your money on it. So now let us get right into the look. And before we get into the look, I actually had an eyeshadow base here, this one from Essence, but then I want to start off by using this one from the eyeshadow from the palette. And the reason why the palette is wrapped up in plastic like this is because of obviously what's happening with the whole pandemic in the country, and I appreciate how Mr. Price is taking measures to prevent the spread of the virus and making sure that everyone is safe while shopping in stores. So it was like wrapped to the gods, like properly wrapped. And then the second paper on the top here is the one, it's just a clear cover with the names of the palettes. I don't necessarily like the fact that the names are just on a piece of paper like that, because you can easily lose this. I would have loved for them to be on the actual palette, but yet again, it's something you can look past. So let us get right into creating this look. We're going to start off by grabbing this shade here. because I'm gonna have to, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to refer to this little clear paper here. So I'm gonna go into the shade Langa, which is actually a cream product, and that's what it looks like. I hope you guys can see. And using my finger, I'm going to apply it on my eyelids as my eyeshadow. Okay, this looks nice. Okay, and it's actually very pigmented. Hey, one of it. Do you see it? It's really proper. Hi, well guys, this is very innovative. Hey, like literally an eyeshadow palette with the concealer right there. Let us do this. This is actually smart. Okay, I'm just gonna put this here. Okay, right at the top where we're supposed to have the mirror. So I'm gonna be going in with the shade Siren, and I'm going to be using that as my transition shade. And because I don't know if this palette has fallouts and I've already done my face, I'm just going to be using some translucent powder just to make sure that it doesn't ruin my base. The shadows are actually very pigmented. Ooh, there's a lot of kickback though, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm just going to apply that right there. Ooh, okay. Come through, pigment. Come through. Wait a minute. These shades are actually very, very pigmented. Like there's so much pigment in this, it's insane. Like I cannot believe this. I mean, I did swatch the palette, I did swatch the shadows, but I did not think they were going to perform this well, so I'm quite impressed. But yeah, this is the girl, you know. She could be the girl. Let's just wait and see. She could be the girl. And then next I'm going to be going into the shade Rain, which is the deeper shade. And in as much as there's like a whole lot of kickback, there's not a whole lot of fallout when you start blending the eyeshadow. Hi, bo. Scarlet Hill. Yo, guys, I think this is going to be my new favorite palette, eh? And speaking of this being my new favorite palette, guys, actually I once owned the Huda Beauty one, but then, you know what, nah. Still breaks my heart to talk about it. But yeah, because I believe we're friends now, and you know we're on that 100 subscribers. I might as well tell you guys. So we went to my sister's wedding in December, and she had a makeup artist there from the Eastern Cape, and homegirl thought it would be a good idea to at first I had my makeup bag out, and there was a couple of things that she didn't have, and she obviously wanted to use my palette, and I was like, yeah, cool, no stress, use whatever you need to use. So she grabbed whatever she needed, took all of that, and usisi wahamba nezinto zami. But I'm not saying she stole them. Don't take this the other way. I'm not saying she stole them. All I'm saying is she did leave with my things. She might have forgotten to bring them back, but you don't forget to bring back people's things, especially not makeup. If you're watching this, I will find you. So yeah, that's how I ended up losing my Huda Beauty one. And because it was a gift, I wasn't willing to repurchase it, so I was without it until Mr. Price made a plan for the girl. I'm just gonna do one eye on camera and do the other eye off camera, because the main purpose of this video is not to show you guys or to demonstrate how eyeshadow works, but just simply to demonstrate how the shadows are performing. And obviously if they perform good on one eye, they're definitely going to perform the same way on the other, vice versa. So now I'm just going to switch to a fluffier blending brush and use that to fluff out the eyeshadow right there. I was hoping not to do something too intense because, to be quite honest, like I'm very lazy, in as much as I'm excited for the palette, but you know. And now I'm just going to be moving on to this medium shader brush, which looks like this. In fact, you can use any flat brush that you have. Sorry guys, I'm holding the mirror in your guys' faces. This one here, and I'm going to dip into that shade Langa, which is the concealer, and sort of kinda but not really cut the crease, if that makes sense. I really wish this palette had a mirror, but then I know that things like mirrors come with more expenses, so it probably would have been more expensive as well. So right now I'm just placing that shade or concealer shade Langa on my lower lid to sort of kind of cut the crease, but not really cut the crease, just like that, in preparation for the shimmer shade that we are going to be applying there. So now I'm just going to be moving on to the shade Supreme, and when it comes to shimmer shades, guys, I always prefer to apply them or pick them up using my fingers. I feel like they always perform at their optimum best when you do it that way. So you can do it whichever way you feel comfortable, but this is my tip or my trick that I use. You can take it, you can leave it, it's entirely up to you. It's honestly not the rules of makeup, it's just my thing. Oh, she's fire. That's what the shade looks like, and I'm just going to apply that where we applied the shade Langa, right there. It definitely does give out a bit more color payoff when your fingers are wet, so if you want to intensify the shimmers, you need your hands to be wet. I hope you guys can see, because I'm so focused on what I'm doing, I'm forgetting to even look at the camera. That's more or less what I'm trying to go for, but with a little bit of that harm, and I'm missing that fire. So I'm gonna try and see if maybe one of these shades can. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Daydream on top right there, and see if that kind of illuminates and brings it out a bit, because it's not really giving me what I want, or what I had envisioned rather. Or maybe better yet, let's just go in with one of the pressed glitters, and we're going to be using this one here, a little bit of that Dream Chaser. Sige siyibone nayo ukuthi performa kanjani. So right on top of that shimmer, I'm adding Dream Chaser, just like that. Guys, I think I ruined my eye look, but you know what, it's alright. I hate the fact that there's so much eyeshadow still left on my finger. This is just insane. This is wastage almost. Oh wait, now I get it. So these pressed glitters are actually like those Vaseline, like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen those pressed glitters, but it almost feels like it's Vaseline, or it's mixed with some kind of Vaseline like substance underneath, and then they just added glitter right on top. Just gonna grab these wipes from Scarlet Hill. These smell really nice. And wipe off the excess. Look at how much excess product was left on my fingers that I had to wipe off. And then now, just using a bit of a dense brush, I'm going to take that and smudge my lower lash line with the colors Rain and Siren. Just dip my brush in between the two. Like when you're dipping your brush into the eyeshadow, like it almost feels as if it is opela, like it's literally going to finish. I hope it's not. Better not. But when you're actually applying it, it's not as bad. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just going to quickly step off camera, do the rest of the other eye and the rest of my face, and then come back to you guys with my final thoughts. So guys, I am back with the finished look, and my final thoughts on the palette itself is that, one, it's still too early to be giving it's still too early to be formulating like a full and thorough opinion on it, because this kind of was the first impressions for me as well. So for now, I can't really say much, but then I'm definitely going to say that the matte shades were on fire. They were like, you know what, they were really, really proper. I really enjoyed them, and I'm definitely going to be using them more. However, the shimmers were quite disappointing. They just didn't come to the party. I mean, maybe they were not invited, but obviously I'm going to try and use it again, recreate like different looks and stuff like that, and maybe I'll have a different opinion of them. Overall, I am quite impressed with the palette, considering the price and how it performed. It's definitely going to be something that I'm going to be picking up more often, especially because it definitely goes with my hair color. So please just let me know in the comment section, like, in terms of the glitter though, let's just talk about the glitter, guys. Personally, I have nothing against people that wear glitter. It's just that I feel like a disco ball right now. Like, I feel like, okay, no, maybe saying I feel like a glitter ball is a bit offensive to other people. I feel like I'm going to be going to some like fancy gala dinner, which is not going to be happening anytime soon. So I'm not really a glitter person, and hence I've decided not to wear my lashes because I don't want them to get messed up, because the glitter does tend to go all over the place, but it's no train smash. It's not that bad. It does try to stick to your eye. My top favorite things about the palette though was the fact that is the shade Langa, which is the concealer. I absolutely love the innovation, like just grabbing your palette and having the concealer right there with it. I really, really, really love the concept of having a concealer with your palette. That is like super on point. And the shade as well that they picked is very versatile. I feel like it's suitable for all skin tones, and the palette itself is definitely going to be for all skin tones. And if you're someone who's into pinks, who's into, you know, those red burgundy type of vibes, this is definitely going to be a palette for you. And it's so sweet, it's so girly, it's so, you know, it's definitely something to have in your collection, especially at this price. So with that said, guys, stay blessed and stay beautiful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I probably said that already, but I'm really tired right now. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.